Equestria Ninja Girls written by Wildcard 25. The turtles' tails. The girls and Spike cowered as the four turtles stood above them looking tough, until the one in the orange mask spoke, while looking at Pinky. Fork over the cotton candy and no one gets hurt. The girls were confused, while the other three turtles looked at him awkwardly. What? They asked. He answered, what? The pink one smells like cotton candy, with a mix of pizza from Antonio's. He salivated. Well, I just had pizza, and the cotton candy smell is the new shampoo I'm using. Pinky smiled. The turtle in the red mask frowned. The only thing I smell is spies, and whatever cheap perfume the fancy one is wearing. He motioned to Rarity. The said girl's look of fright shifted into a look of insult. Cheap? I'll have you know that Pomp Fragrances is the latest in perfume perfection. And she was cut off by the turtle. It smells like roadkill, he said with a smirk. Oh, it is so on. Rarity got up and glared at him. Bring it, princess, he challenged her. Are you guys going to make out later? Pinky asked. What? They glared at her, as the turtles and girls continued to argue while Spike was on the floor cowering. Walking out from another room were April and Casey and a mutant rat wearing a ninja robe. He spoke to the teenagers. Your skills are much improving, April. And as your own unique skills, Casey. Thank you, Master Splinter. April thanked him. Yeah, with my mad skills no crook on the street stands a chance against Casey Jones. Casey boasted, until the three heard the commotion. They looked over and saw the turtles and the girls arguing with Rarity looking ready to go at it with one of them. Girls, April asked. No way. Casey gasped. The two ran over and broke the two sides up. Easy, guys. April said. Yeah, no need for all of you to be acting like Rafe. Casey added as the red-masked turtle frowned. April, Casey, what's going on? The one in blue asked. Don't worry, Leo. They're our friends, April answered before looking over to the girls. Girls, what are you doing here? We're so sorry, April. It was my idea to follow you and Casey here. Twilight apologized. Please don't be mad at us. Fluttershy pleaded. Hold on, how do you two know these guys? Rainbow questioned the two. Relax, Rainbow, they're our friends. Casey answered. Friends, really? Pinky asked. Aha. April confirmed. Pinky grinned. That's wonderful. The turtle in orange smiled, before whispering to the other three, I think I like her. Rafe smacked the back of his head. Applejack spoke up, before another tussle goes down, I think some introduction is in order. Good idea, April agreed before turning to the turtles. Guys, I'd like you to meet Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Sunset Shimmer. She heard a bark and saw Spike looking up. Oh, yeah, and this is Spike. The orange-masked turtle's eyes brightened. Oh, how cute. He got down and played with Spike. Hey, little guy. Coo-chia coo. You know Rafe used to have a pet turtle named Spike. He motioned to Rafe. The girls looked to the turtle being addressed, as Sunset asked, you had a pet turtle? Yeah, so, Rafe asked, while crossing his arms. Nothing, Sunset answered. And girls, this is Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Casey introduced them. Nice to meet you. Twilight greeted them. Rarity looked curious. Quite interesting names. Pardon me, but are you turtles actually Italian? They were interrupted by a new voice, as Splinter approached with an art book. No, I named them after my favorite painters and sculptors of the Italian Renaissance. The very sight of Splinter caused Rarity to shriek in fright. Giant rat, she jumped into Applejack's arms and clung to her. Get a hold of yourself, Rarity, Applejack called, before dropping her. It's okay, girls. This is Master Splinter, he's nice. April assured them. Even if he is a giant rat. Casey added. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Sorry we intruded on your home. Twilight apologized. There is no harm done, in fact I should commend you all. Commend us, Sunset asked. You have done something that many older and wiser have failed to do. Congrats. Mikey congratulated them. So are you really mutants? Pinky asked. Yeah, is that a problem? Raphael asked with a scowl. Not at all. But how did you become mutants? Twilight asked, feeling intrigued, and wanting to know more to help understand her vision. Come with me, I will tell you, Splinter said, as he led the girls and Spike with the others into the dojo area. Soon the girls were sitting on the floor on one side, with Spike sitting between Twilight and Rarity. On the other side sat Splinter, the turtles, Casey, and April. The rat began to tell his tale. Many years ago I used to be a human myself. My real name is Hamato Yoshi, and I once lived in Japan. I was head of the Hamato ninja clan as its ninja master. I lived a happy life with my lovely wife Tang Shen and my beautiful baby girl Miwa. But one day all that was taken from me. An old friend of mine, Orikasaki, who became my rival due to his jealousy of my relationship with Tang Shen, laid siege on my home, burning it to the ground and taking the life of my wife, and stole my daughter in the process. The girls looked saddened, as Pinky bawled, "That's so sad, how horrible." Fluttershy sniffled. "Oh, man, now I'm getting sappy." Rainbow groaned. "You poor man." Rarity cried, as her mascara ran. Splinter continued, "After that I left Japan in hopes of starting over. I moved to New York. Though I was still lonely, I decided to fill that void in my heart by adopting 4 baby turtles I happened upon in a local pet shop. That was us." Mikey answered, as the turtles groaned and chided Mikey for spilling the beans. Splinter carried on, "After exiting the shop, I passed a strange man on the street. Something felt off about him. Curiously, I decided to investigate. I trailed him into an alley to see he was meeting with 3 other men just like him while holding a canister containing a green liquid substance. I was eventually discovered by them when I accidentally stepped on a nearby rat. The men attacked, but I fought back and in the process caused the canister to shatter, releasing its substance upon myself and my turtles. The mutagen, as it is known, has affected my DNA and mutated me into the last thing I came into contact with. A rat." Twilight answered. "Yes. And the mutagen had mutated my turtles into human-like beings. Because of my new appearance, I fled to the sewers before taking my turtles with me. Over time their minds had begun developing a form of human intelligence thanks to the ooze. I knew eventually they would desire to go up to the surface, but I knew they wouldn't survive. So I trained them in the art of ninjutsu so that when they were ready they would be able to defend themselves." "So you've been living down here for years?" Twilight asked. 15 years to be accurate," Splinter answered. "How could you stand the smell?" Rarity asked. "It's not so bad once you get used to it," Mikey answered. "I think I'd rather not," Rarity replied. "Did you ever find out anything about those men and that mutagen?" Sunset asked. "More than I could have ever imagined," Splinter answered. "How so?" Applejack asked. "Well, have we got a story to tell you?" Leo answered, as he and his brothers started telling the girls their adventures in New York while dealing with the aliens known as the Krong, as well as their exploits of facing mutants that the mutagen created. When they were finished, the girls were in total shock. "This is so unreal," Applejack gasped. "So extraordinary," Rarity added. "So awesome," Rainbow beamed. "So that alien invasion story wasn't a tabloid rumor?" Fluttershy asked. "Nuh-uh," Casey answered. "So whatever happened to the Krong?" Sunset asked. "They're all back in Dimension X," Donnie answered. "And hopefully they'll stay there," Rafe added. Twilight looked to Sunset and they shared a look as if they had the same thing on their minds. Twilight spoke up, "We appreciate you telling us this story, guys. And I think you're all trusting enough for Sunset and I to share a secret of our own." "Oh, I love secrets," Mikey said. "What is it, Twilight?" April asked. "The truth is, Sunset, Shimmer, and I aren't really teenage girls." "Huh?" the turtles asked. "What do you mean?" Leo asked curiously. Sunset answered, "We're actually ponies from an alternate world." There was silence in the air, until it was broken by Rafe and Casey, who burst into laughter. The others looked at the two, as they rolled across the floor unable to stop laughing. "Oh, that's a good one," Casey said between laughs. When they noticed Twilight and Sunset giving them serious glares, Rafe spoke, "Wait, you're serious?" "They sure are," Applejack confirmed. "Oh, come on, you really expect us to believe something as ridiculous as that?" Rafe asked rhetorically. Spike decided to put him in his place, and this is coming from a turtle mutated by ooze. The turtles, Splinter, April, and Casey's eyes widened in shock, as Mikey cried, "Talking dog." Spike looked annoyed by his claim. "Oh, sure, the talking dog is stranger than 4 talking turtles." "He does have a point," Donnie admitted. "Thank you. And just like Twilight and Sunset, Shimmer, I'm not even a dog from where we're from." "Are you a pony too?" Casey asked. "Nope. I'm a ferocious fire-breathing dragon," Spike declared dramatically. "A dragon?" Leo asked. "You bet. Don't be fooled, he's actually a baby dragon in our world," Twilight explained, and Spike's pride shattered. "Way to bring a dog down, Twilight." "You're seriously ponies?" Donnie asked the two. "We are," Twilight confirmed. And to top it off, Twilight is a princess, Pinkie added. A princess, April asked. Whoa, Your Majesty. Mikey bowed to Twilight. Splinter spoke up, perhaps you two should explain things. Yes, Sensei. Sunset answered, as both Twilight and Sunset Shimmer explained their backstories to the group. Many of the turtles were astounded by Twilight's tale of hearing all the adventures she's had, creatures she's faced, and lessons she learned. But they were also shocked to have heard of Sunset Shimmer's path for power and what she did to obtain it. But once they heard how she came around and vowed to be a better person, any judgment they had was diminished. This land you both came from just sounds so. Donnie began. Magical, Twilight guessed. Yeah, that's the word. Your mentor Princess Celestia sounds like quite a teacher. April said. She is, Twilight answered, I'm lucky to have learned under her. I just wished I wasn't so desperate for power I could have appreciated being her student more. Sunset sighed. Splinter laid a hand on her shoulder. You cannot change what has happened, my dear. But you can always make tomorrow a better day for yourself and others. Sunset smiled, feeling as if she was with Celestia like old times. Thank you, Splinter. So why exactly did you come here in the first place, Twilight? Rafe wondered. Twilight wanted to answer, until she noticed the time, seeing it was already 9 o'clock. Oh, my gosh, is it that late already? The girls noticed the time, and Applejack spoke. Shoot, we've been so caught up in our storytelling we lost track of time. Time flies when you're having fun, Pinkie said. Word up. Mikey agreed. Sorry, but we best be going. Rarity apologized. And don't worry, we won't tell anybody about you, Fluttershy assured. You promise? Leo asked. In fact we Pinkie promise. Pinkie answered. Pinkie promise? Donnie asked, as the turtles lifted their smallest finger, only for the girls to perform Pinkie's signature promise. Cross my heart and hope to fly, stick a cupcake in my eye, they promised. What was that? Casey asked. The Pinkie promise, Rarity answered. It's a special promise Pinkie came up with. And trust me, you don't ever want to break a Pinkie promise. Twilight warned them. Pinkie gave the group a scary look, otherwise you'll regret it. Mikey trembled, before Pinkie went back to her happy self. We better get going too. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. April told the turtles. Would it be okay if we came back tomorrow, Master Splinter? Twilight requested. Splinter smiled. Of course, my new friends. Thank you, Twilight replied, as April and Casey led their new friends out. After returning to the streets, the turtles, Casey, and April were escorting them back to their hotel with the two humans walking with them, as the turtles remained hidden in the shadows. Wow, they're good, Rainbow said in amaze. Yeah, but I could do that too. I just prefer my way, Casey boasted. Rafe dropped in. Oh, I'm sure you could. I can, Casey argued, as he and Rafe got into each other's faces. The other turtles dropped in to help April break them up, as Twilight spoke to Spike, and I thought Applejack and Rainbow were competitive. Yeah, Spike agreed. April gasped, as clutched her head. April, the girls asked. You okay? Applejack asked in concern. What is it? Donnie asked. April gasped. Guys, we're not alone. The turtles and Casey gasped, while the girls were confused. Suddenly they looked up to see figures dressed in black ninja garments and masks. They jumped down from the roofs and fire escape before surrounding the group. Who are these guys? Sunset asked. Footbots, Leo answered. Twilight, you and the others take cover, we'll handle this. Twilight and the others, taking Leo's words to heart, took cover behind a dumpster and watched as the turtles, Casey, and April fought against their enemies. When Leo sliced one with his swords, Pinkie gasped at the sight of their circuits. They're robots. Look at them go. Rainbow gasped, as she watched the turtles fight the robots, and even saw Casey using his hockey stick to strike some down. Rarity watched in amaze as April fought a footbot using her Tessin. April is amazing. Booyakasha, Mikey called as he fought two footbots. Pinkie smiled. Now there's a catchphrase. What does it even mean? Twilight asked, as the poofy-haired girl shrugged. On the other side of the alley, the Dazzlings were just about ready to give up. Let's face it, Adagio, we're never gonna find them now. Era grumbled. Adagio growled in frustration. Our one chance to get our powers back and we blow it. The two bumped into Sonata, who stood frozen in her tracks with a shocked look. Sonata, what are you stopping for? Aria asked. Sonata turned the two so they were looking in the direction she was facing. Their eyes widened as they saw the turtles fighting the footbots. What the? Aria asked in surprise. What are we looking at? Adagio asked in disbelief. I don't know, Sonata answered. After the turtles defeated the robots, the girls came out from their cover and started congratulating the turtles, April, and Casey. The Dazzlings gasped, "It's them." Adagio gasped. "We found them." Sonata smiled. "Quiet." Adagio clamped her mouth shut and dragged her and Aria around the corner in case they were spotted. Over by the group the girls were congratulating them. "You were so awesome." Rainbow cheered. "You sure showed those bots who was the boss." Applejack added, as she patted Rafa's shell. "I can't believe you fought so well." Fluttershy put in. "Well, it took years of practice," Leo answered. Rarity turned to April and Casey, "And you both did splendid work as well." "Thanks, Rarity," April answered. "Just doing my job," Casey answered, as he heft his hockey stick over his shoulders. "But what were those things?" Sunset asked. "They were footbots," Leo explained, "robotic minions by our archenemy the Shredder." "The Shredder?" Twilight asked. "Yeah, but we'll talk about that some other time. Right now we better get you girls back," Leo said, as they pressed on. As they left, the Dazzlings continued to follow from a safe distance. When they reached the hotel, the turtles, Casey, and April stopped. "Well, this is where we part," Donnie said. "It was nice you walked us back, guys," Twilight said. "No problem," Leo answered. "So we'll see you tomorrow?" Fluttershy asked. "You bet. I'll even bring the pizza," Mikey promised. "Perfect." Pinky smiled. "That is if Mikey doesn't eat it all," Rafe accused. "Hey, see you later, guys," Rainbow said, as the girls went inside. With them safe and sound, April and Casey headed off as well, leaving the turtles to head off as well. Adagio, Sonata, and Aria looked at the hotel where their enemies were staying, knowing they knew where they'd be at the end of the day. As the turtles were heading back to the lair, Leo was in a state of silence, as Donnie broke it. "Hey, Leo, you okay?" "Huh, oh, yeah, I'm fine, Donnie. Just curious about something," Leo answered. "Curious about what?" Mikey asked. "Twilight. She kept looking at me oddly during our whole meeting. With that face I couldn't blame her," Rafe joked, and Leo frowned. Mikey gasped, "Maybe Twilight likes you, Leo." "What? Don't be ridiculous," Leo brushed it off, but looked nervous. "Could she?" "If she did, you certainly attract strange girls. First Carré and now a pony princess from another world." Rafe laughed, as Leo chased after his brother who ran ahead of him. "Oh, yeah, race," Mikey cheered, as he and Donnie raced after them. Meanwhile back at the hotel, Twilight and Sunset were meeting in the room Twilight was staying in. "Twilight, why didn't you tell them about your vision?" Sunset asked. "I didn't want to make them worry so much," she answered. "You know it's gonna eventually come out," Spike reminded her. "I know," Twilight sighed. "I'll let them know tomorrow." Sunset yawned. "Well, I'm gonna get some sleep. See ya in the morning." "Good night," Twilight said, as Sunset left the room. Twilight got under the covers of her bed, as Spike climbed in with her and snuggled up with her. Twilight laid in bed, while gazing up at the ceiling thinking about Leonardo, knowing he was the turtle in her vision, meaning she and the girls were on the right track, until she recalled the figure in blade armor in her vision, and thought, Shredder, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video make sure to like and leave a comment and share it with a friend. See you all later.